Welcome to the Tier 1 Performance Podcast. My name is Mitch Matulia.
I'm Jordan Powell. Welcome to In and Out Talks. All right, guys. So, first thing we're going to do today for y'all, we're going to let y'all know basically why Mitch and I do these podcasts with y'all, why we bring people on board, what is the true meaning behind TOP, how did we get started, our background information, just so we can be really clear and upfront with you guys and what our goal is and what we want y'all to get out of this and what we want out of this. So, you want to start with your background first?
Yeah. So, my background is I grew up in Houston, Texas, and playing 4 sports a year growing up: baseball, football, basketball, and swim. Baseball turned out to be my best sport, and so that's what I kind of stuck with throughout high school. And played shortstop, was all-state shortstop, and was known for hitting for power, both power and average. And then I got a scholarship to play baseball at University of Texas at San Antonio, where I studied kinesiology, and was a catcher, DH, and second baseman in college. And upon graduating, I wanted to focus in on training athletes and honestly using my nutritional knowledge and background and my knowledge with sports performance training and kind of tie it into a business model. And that's what we've done at Tier 1 Performance.
Yeah. So, like I said, my name is Jordan Powell. I also come from Houston, Texas. Mitch and I come from the same neighborhood, same background. Well, close to the same neighborhood, right? So I went to Kingwood Park High School. Also another All-State player, All-State utility player. Did really well in high school. Ended up getting a scholarship to the University of Rhode Island. Played baseball there for 4 years. Tried to go pro. Had some workouts and some talks with the Phillies and the Cincinnati Reds. Didn't work out, and then came back. I majored in environmental science and management. Came back to Houston after my baseball career ended, and I'm an environmental scientist right now, and I'm also finishing up grad school for environmental engineering right now. And then on the side, I do coaching and just like Mitch said, wanted to use my training and my expertise and my skills and knowledge to train you guys and the proper way and basically be what you guys wish I had when I was your guys' age, whether that's college, pro, high school, middle school,
Right.
etc. Right? And just basically focus on the aspects of the game that can really improve a person dramatically. Or it doesn't even have to be an athlete anymore. It could be an ex-athlete. It could be a person who just wants to get fit, or just wants to get better, or wants to play, whatever. That's basically what we're here for. So how did TOP get started, right? So this is post-college. Mitch and I think I was living in Pearland at the time, Pearland, Texas. And, I think I turned, oh my gosh, I think I turned 24.
20, you're 27 now.
Yeah.
24.
Yeah, I turned 24.
You turned 24.
He reached out to me when I turned 24 because birthday post on IG, and he was like, let's get together for old time's sake. And remember, at this point, I hadn't seen Mitch in like 10 years. Like, we grew up together, we went to high school together, went our separate ways. He went to UTSA, I went to the University of Rhode Island. Done deal, gone. Didn't talk for like 10 years.
It was probably 6 or 7. No. And it's 10 now, but I think it was 7. It was 7.
Because you graduated before. Yeah, it might have been, whatever.
Yeah. Come on. I wouldn't let that go 10 years.
I don't know. It was a long time. Time flies by. All right, so we meet up at a place. And we're like, hey, what are y'all doing? What are you doing? And we're all talking about like, well, our career ended. We're doing this now in our daily lives. And I was telling Mitch, I was like, yeah, on the side, I still coaching baseball kids, and you got to come see some of these kids. They're really good. We were at Tarkenton at the time, and I drove all the way to Tarkenton. If you don't know where Tarkenton is, look it up. It's very far. We came back, and Mitch started coming in with me. And he's like, yeah, let's start. You mind if I come with you? I don't mind coaching as well. And I was like, at that point, I had so many kids that wanted to be coaching with me, and Mitch and I kind of coach the same way. And we played the game the same way. I was like, yeah, let's go ahead, let's coach together. I brought him on, kind of been several ever since, and then we both got this bright idea, like, business. And I was like, all right, cool. So then I was like, what do you want to focus on? Well, he goes, well, we could focus on all sports. We could specialize in baseball, but we really want to hammer weightlifting and nutrition, strength and conditioning. And emphasis on those last two, strength conditioning and nutrition. And that's kind of how TOP, Tier 1 Performance, was born. We got the LLC going. We got third-party contracted by DBAT Humble, and we both do coaching. Our lessons there at DBAT Humble, they provide the facilities and the equipment for us, and we just have to show up and teach our knowledge and skills. And then on the side, we have our programs, our weightlifting, personalized weightlifting programs, depending on what sport you play, and then depending on if you want to get in shape, what your goals are. And then we also do personalized nutrition plans, which will basically set you above the competition, or I guess give you a better edge for the competition, right?
Correct.
You want that one.
Yeah, no, and what we're finding is that like parents are spending so much money, A, on travel baseball teams, and then B, they're spending excess money on, say, like they're spending excess money on maybe memberships to gyms, maybe nutritionists, maybe weightlifting coaches, and it becomes a little bit too much. And we're kind of an all-in-one bundle.
Yeah, like a one-stop shop.
Or one-stop shop. And like we've been there, we've done that. We've played Division I baseball at a high level. We both. I now compete in classic bodybuilding. Jordan has been, he's obviously an environmental scientist, so he's a smart dude. And we both kind of practice what we preach. And we wanted to offer something to kids that we never had offered to us. Like I felt like if we had better coaching and better access to nutrition and weightlifting, we would still be playing right now. And I firmly believe that. And so what we want to do is we want to put kids in a better position who might not necessarily be able to afford thousands upon thousands of dollars worth of coaching and advice. And we want to essentially give that to them in a much cheaper version and allow them to become the best versions of themselves. And to those who are not athletes, or maybe who are, a little bit past their playing days, as we say, we offer great nutrition and weightlifting knowledge for those who are just trying to be fit, maybe have a six-pack poolside, or maybe just trying to, feel good in their bikini, improve their health. People who are facing type 2 diabetes. I mean, like all of these things, and that's what's so great about us is we have a clientele that ranges from anywhere from 12 years old to really people in their 60s.
Right. I mean, we also, it's also, instead of getting away from the younger guys and helping them improve, we also, like to focus on, ex-athletes and what happens after you graduate. Because I feel like it's not really talked enough what happens after, or what happens after you stop playing sport. Like, it is a sad time for, I think, 98% athletes, because the other 2% go pro. It's a very hard, dark, depressing time for most guys where, you just wake up and you're not an athlete anymore. Like you wake up, I'm not a baseball player.
Right.
My brother woke up one day, he's not a basketball player. I got several friends that woke up, they're not football players, track runners. And it's like it is like your whole foundation of life just got swept.
Your identity, really.
Your identity, exactly.
Yeah.
And now instead of you being a student athlete or an athlete or a professional athlete, you are a normal person. You are a human being again. You are what your degree is. You are what your job is, right? You could have been like a part-time fitness instructor, but during the off season, but you go to spring training during the spring. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then now that you got released, or your season ended, or your career ended, now you're just John Smith from whoever
BYU.
Yeah, why not? Who works as a fitness instructor part-time.
Correct.
So I think we also do that, and we also bring people on here who are currently coaches, or are currently positional athletes, who are currently in different sports, or who play different sports, and now they're doing different things and being successful onward with their lives. I think preparing a lot of people for what happens after you've done playing your sport is, if not more important than the trial of getting there itself, right? I mean, I'm all for achieving your dreams and doing it, and keep going until the wheels fall off. But I mean, there will always come a time, and I used to hate people that said this to me. Like, what are you gonna do after you play baseball? Like, there will come a time. Like, I don't want to think about that, but you have to. You have to. Otherwise, you're gonna be sitting at home with your parents for like 6 months trying to find a job. And you couldn't get a job because you couldn't get an internship because you were too busy being dedicated to your sport or playing. And now you're on the couch and you don't know what to do. Like, you don't even know how to structure yourself. And honestly, I think that's where our programs come in, because we're not here to tell you what to do, but we're here to guide you and to help you be accountable and put you under a tight schedule and check in on you. Because a lot of times when people fall off, it's hard to get back on. And I think that's that's another aspect of what we like to focus on, and what these podcasts are for is the aftermath of sports and what we can do to be more successful, and bringing other people on that are successful, that were ex athletes, and how it helped them strive forward with their life. Because life is a journey, dude. It was very hard, and it's not easy for everyone. Everyone has a different story, but I mean, I think it's what we gotta excel on and talk about more.
For sure. And whether you're 18, 22, or 42, your athletic career is going to come to an end at some point, like Jordan said. And, I would say there's a good 70-30 divide between guys who, and 70% of guys after college, their bodies go downhill quick. And I mean, like, I think Jordan and I both can attest to this. Like, we know guys, teammates who might have gotten in far worse shape after their playing career because they never knew how to read nutrition labels. They never have cooked for themselves in their lives. And they're used to being on a yeah. So sorry about that pause right there. So what we found is that about 70% of former teammates of ours, they get in terrible shape after college ends, right? After the careers end. Maybe it's after high school, maybe it's after college, maybe it's after pro ball, whatever. But they don't have the background, they don't have the foundation really to eat clean, to train right. They don't have the knowledge. They're used to having a coach push them, or they're just they're just not really motivated. You know what I mean? They have that depression. They have that, like, hey, my career's over. That was my identity. What do I do next? Well, we can kind of help motivate, but more importantly, like, help give just simple knowledge, really. I mean, like, we're not going to hold your hand. I mean, you got to want it for yourself.
Correct.
That's the big thing about Tier 1 performance guys, is that we're not going to check in on you every single day, right? We will check in on you, but it's got to be something that you desire, and like how badly you want it. We're going to give it our 100%, no matter what, right?
You only get what you put into it.
But you get what you put into it.
We will guide you in the best and most efficient way possible that is up to date with current knowledge, and what this current sport industry, what current nutritionists are saying or doing, whether it's in the bodybuilding world, medical field, or sports world. We will do our best, but if you're not willing to push yourself or dedicate yourself, or at least implement consistency to change, then yeah, you're only hurting yourself, and it doesn't make much sense to even try, right? But if you're willing and you want to try, and you're gonna dedicate yourself like you are to a sport, or like you do it consistently, like you do brushing your teeth when you wake up,
right?
Putting clothes on when you leave. You implement it, and guys, it usually takes about what would you say, like 2 weeks to form that habit.
2 to 4 weeks for most people.
Yeah, I mean, and just being disciplined is honestly the hardest part. It's not just going through it. It's just getting up like, hey, it's a workout day. I have to, even though I'm tired. Just putting yourself in the gym and going 30 minutes instead of the full 45.
Right.
That's even a greater leap than you just being like, no, I'm gonna bang it and I'm not gonna do it. I mean, you just gotta follow it all the way. You don't want to eat this meal prep. You'd rather go to McDonald's. If you can just be disciplined and eat that meal prep, versus like you eat the McDonald's and you feel like crap afterwards. I mean,
right.
Why not save yourself some money? You already ate the food. It's healthy. You will see the results. By the time you form the habit, the results will already show.
Correct.
It's that simple. It's that simple, right? And a lot of people feel like they don't have time, which is, you will make time.
Yeah,
it depends how much you want.
Oh, absolutely. I think there's a misconception, Jordan, of like people who think that being fit and staying in shape is just for external looks. It's totally wrong. I mean, not only does it help your organs, your vital organs that you need to function on a daily basis, but it enhances your mood, your energy levels. It's a therapy session, man. Like, and here's the thing: is you get out the demons, you fight those demons, man. And really, it's just staying consistent with it. And we're not asking you to put in 7 days a week of workouts.
Absolutely. And I work full time. I'm still able to work.
Right, and we're not asking you to have no cheat meals or anything whatsoever.
Yeah, no, we're not telling you completely just like throw away your lifestyle.
Right.
No, we're just asking you to make modified changes to it.
Correct.
And then if you still want to go out and go get Tex-Mex on a Friday with your coworkers or with your family or whatnot, by all means do it. Proportionally. Maybe don't get the most expensive menu on the item that feeds a family of 4 for yourself.
Right.
Right. But you know what? Go ahead and get your fajitas or enchiladas, eat that, and then come back the next day after you've had a good night. Come back the next day, work out, eat clean again, and then you can do it over and over and over again. I mean, it's a lot easier than it sounds, but it takes more dedication than you think. That's pretty
Right.
much how it.
And we account for all those things. Like that's why every single person's program is so personalized and tailor made to them. I mean, it's just we know you're human. Like, just let us know though. Like, hey, I really like 2 cheat meals a week. Okay, that's fine. If you want a pizza one night and you have to go out and take like somebody out, a client out or something like that, another day, we will accommodate that within your weekly routine. I mean,
right, of course.
Yeah.
Guys, for those of you that don't know, I work on the oil and gas field, and sometimes they send me out in the middle of nowhere, like middle of freaking no, like the desert, and I mean
Oklahoma, New Mexico.
New Mexico. I mean, they send me out there, and there's only maybe like half of a grocery store slash gas station, and then there's a bunch of like fast food restaurants. Well, there's ways to accommodate for that, and it's not easy by all means, but it's a temporary accommodation, and if you stick to it, you'll come out on the better side of things. And that's what we want to show you and help you go through to attain your goals, but only if you're serious about it. With that being said, like, what are our programs, right? So basically, our programs. Let's start with weightlifting. So basically, we would have you guys go to our website. We'd have you fill out a form, a personalized bio sheet that'll tell you what program you want, whether you want a weightlifting program, a nutritional program, all that stuff. You fill it out. We ask you questions about yourself. Then you're going to go ahead and go into the cart on the website, click which program you want, and then it'll send us a notification. It won't cost you anything. It'll just send you a notification. Then we will get the information that you sent from the bio sheet and what you want. We will set up your program, and then we will invoice you how much the program costs, which will be available on our website. After you pay the first invoice, you will get your personalized program within the next few days, and then we will be in constant communication afterwards. But what's in the program? So for the weightlifting program, we have a set list of exercises that Mitch and I have personally videotaped. And what will happen is, based on what you want your results, what sport you're in, or what your goals are, whether you're a normal person who just wants to get fit or stay healthy working his 9 to 5, or whether you're trying to go collegiate or pro level in baseball, basketball, football, track, whatever, we will personally design the exercises for you, and we will take those in. Mitch and I will write it out for you, and then we will PDF email you your customized program. And from that program, you will open up your PDF on your phone, or you can print it out. But if you have it digitally, if you don't know what the exercise is, you can click on it, and it'll take it to a YouTube video of us ourselves doing it and demonstrating it. Also, after that, if you do the subscription, right, we come in, and then every month or every 1 to 2 months, depending on which program you got, we will update it and change it up, so you're not doing the same thing over and over and over again. We also know it depends on the season, if you're in a sport, what to do and what not to do, and we will talk you through that process as well. Did you want to explain the nutrition?
Yes. And guys, by the way, our website is tier1performance.org. That's TIERONE performance.org. And you wanted me to go over the nutrition?
Yeah, just basically how you lay it out.
Okay.
I did the template.
Yes. So Jordan, IT whiz. So he made these nice, fancy Excel spreadsheets. And basically what I do is we separate each day, 7 days of the week, right? Yeah. And then each person is going to have a different amount of meals based on their goals and what they do. So a lot of the athletes will have anywhere from 4 to 6 meals a day. The average person is just trying to get fit. It might be 3 meals a day, So it's really just customized to what your goals are and what we think is best for you. And we have meal 1 through, say, 3, okay? And then we have the breakout of each carb, protein, and fat that's going to be in each of the meals. And then we tell you basically what to eat, when to eat it, every day of the week. And then we thrive off of feedback. So if you tell us after week 1, hey, I really didn't like eating this, then we'll change it. If you said, hey, my energy levels were low, we can change your diet in order. Maybe we'll increase the carbohydrates. Maybe we need to increase water consumption. But we will do what we need to do in order to make sure that you are feeling and looking amazing. That's what our goal is. And yeah, I mean, I think getting your feedback is going to be the most optimal part of the nutrition end of things, though, because your body won't see changes for at least 2 weeks. Okay, so I ask you to stick to whatever program we give you guys for at least 2 weeks before we make any kind of changes.
Right. I mean, and how do you know like we're not just gonna be sending you random stuff that you don't even eat? So what we would do is we have you go out in the bio sheet, fill out a food group checklist, and this has a huge range of different foods from every type of protein, carbohydrate, fruit, vegetable,
Right.
grain that you fill out everything that you eat, whether it's a lot or whether it's little, and we will go based off that, right?
Correct.
And from that point, we'll have it separated out by how much you're supposed to eat of what food group it falls into, and different options. Especially depending on how serious you are about your nutrition, it depends on how serious you kind of take it. For example, if you are a bodybuilder trying to cut to make a certain weight by a certain date, you will be on a way stricter plan than someone just trying to be healthy and lose 5 to 10 pounds within the next 3 weeks.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a delicate process. It is a trial and error process because everybody's body is different. Everybody's body reacts differently to different foods. People are just different genetically. So it is a trial and error, and we're learning through this process, and we're trying to make it like super effective for you. And it's just me and him doing it together for you. So like you have our full attention.
Yes.
And at that point we give you, and we're in constant communication. And if you guys ever have any issues, you just call or text us, and we'll answer within like the hour.
I think that's what separates us from most people is that we don't just have like an email that we just hand you and say, hey, we'll answer once a week all the questions you have. Or we don't have anybody else working for us that are writing these programs and we're just putting it under our name and brand, essentially. Like we are the ones doing these ourselves. We give you our personal cell phone numbers. We respond to texts within that same day. We'll even set aside time for a phone call if need be. So,
right.
We're very easy to communicate with. I think that's important.
Yeah, and guys, this is pretty much the gist of TOP and what we are trying to do. Actually, I think my mic is dying.
Okay.
Died, so hopefully my voice picked up on yours, and I'll put the subtitles in.
Get close.
Yeah,
get close to
let
me.
me get closer. Yeah. So like, but in the end, guys, in case hopefully y'all can hear me. Yeah, scooch in.
There you
Get
go.
a little closer. Let's get comfortable. But in the end, guys, I hope our goal is to help you guys, no matter what age, no matter the race, age, sex, whatever. We want to help you guys strive to be the better version of you, and basically to train beyond your limits. Right? Your health physically goes beyond just the aesthetic look.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's internal, it's medical, it's mental and emotional.
Mental, spiritual, everything.
For a long time, baseball was like it's kind of like my getaway from the world. Like it was where I could transport to another world, and if I was having a bad day or if I wasn't succeeding at something, at least the act of hitting a baseball would be therapeutic.
Mm-hmm.
I could get through anything no matter what, as long as I could hit a baseball at the end of the day. I could work through whatever life threw at me. Not that it should be like that for everyone. In fact, I don't think that's a very right way to go about it. But for me, it worked. And like we want everyone to enjoy this process. It shouldn't be a constant struggle. It shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be hard the whole time. There are times when it's going to be hard, but I mean, it shouldn't be a constant war with yourself. If that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. You got to do things you enjoy, and I think that moving is essential. For every human, you got to move. The body's meant to move, and the body's also meant to eat clean fuel for that movement and stay hydrated. You gotta feed your engine.
Exactly.
Quality ingredients for it to run right. So that's what we're big on here, guys, at Tier 1 Performance. And we thrive off of helping you reach your goals. Exactly. I mean, we're very goal incentive. And so as former athletes, we see the end result, which is the win, right? But we always constantly try to improve ourselves. Right. And that's what we're really trying to help you guys become, is a better version of yourself, whether it be on the field, in the workplace, with your family. I mean, we're trying to help you become the best, a tier 1 you.
Exactly. With that being said, guys, we hope you got a lot of information, learning a bunch of things about us today. If you guys have any questions, comments, please like, subscribe, leave a note, email us, contact us, visit our website, tier1performance.org. There will be links and all that at the end of this video.
We're also on Instagram and TikTok.
Correct. If you have anything else to add, Mitch?
Our link tree is in our bio on Instagram, and if you click on that, it's tier__1__performance.
I'll have it posted up on the at the end of the video.
Yes.
And guys, remember, mindset builds mastery. We want you to train beyond your limits. Not always working harder, but also working smarter. Whether you're in sports or out of sports. All right. Now, guys, take care.
2